Hey everyone, NanMans here, and before we jump into this episode, I just wanted to let you know that 95% of the people that are watching this have not subscribed yet. So if you like the content, please consider subscribing to the channel. All right, without further ado, let's jump into the episode.
All right, guys, so this is a cube video today. So I'm going to show off a little bit of my cube. I got this cool little box that I've got here that I can store all my stuff. You can see I've got lands kind of hanging out over here in the corner, you know, all divided up nice and easy for me to be able to kind of sort through when we play. I have these little spacers right now that are here that normally packs are put in here, but I wanted to specifically spend time showing off what the archetypes are, what the theme is of this cube. So if you guys haven't heard or seen, this is a Ravnica based cube. So I'm going to be going over specific guilds. As you can see, I've kind of got it divided up 5 and 5 essentially. Here's cards that I've been tweaking and taking in and out of the cube. This cube has gotten very large over the years because, again, there are 10 guild total, so you have to kind of adjust and tweak and stuff like that. So this episode is going to really be focused on specific themes of specific archetypes that have been curated in this cube. So let's kind of start over on this side of the cube here, and we'll pull up, looks like Azorius first. All right, so I'll kind of go through, at least show you guys a little bit of it and see if you guys can start to figure out some of the themes that we've kind of decided to go with. You'll see that some of the sets are from kind of any of the Ravnica sets. That's the way I decided to do this, is as long as the cards are kind of fitting with what I want this color to do, then it's okay to include it from different sets. You know, you start to see like, okay, Azorius is all about order and law, so they're detaining things, they're countering stuff, you know, you're tapping things down, you are able to kind of say, nope, you can't attack. It's all this sort of like delay tactics. More just kind of repeating effects of can't attack, detaining them, right? The counter spells. Really, it's fitting this very specific theme that we're trying to create with this specific set of colors, right? And that's kind of my goal with this set, is I want each color to feel unique. I don't want you to come in and be like, well, I'm playing blue, so I guess I'm only playing this strategy. No, because the blue for this is going to be very different for the blue for, say, Izzet or Dimir, right? The blue is going to have a unique feel to it on what exactly each color can be able to do. And you'll see that there's a mix between like commons, uncommons, rare. I try to keep it pretty powerful, and so there's a lot of rares, mythics in this sort of set, right? There's a few planeswalkers that are set up. I have Jace currently in this set because, you know, it just kind of fits, I guess, with the way he wants to do. He's going to delay, all right? He's going to be able to reveal cards, so it's just trying something a little different with it. Here's one of the win cons. Because it's such a delay deck, I wanted alternate win con. I love alternate win cons. People know that I like playing mill. I like playing infact. I like winning, just not turning things sideways, dealing 20 damage. That's not as much fun as doing weird things. So have that. So that's basically our color set. And then each of these packs has specific artifacts related to their color that basically gives them an activated ability that they can be able to use. And then we have all our mana fixes, right? Shock lands, you know, gates, things like that, our signets in here. Basically trying to keep it as much mana fixing, because first couple times that I've tried this out, I have found that the way that it works is a lot of people get forced into 3 colors. So more mana fixing has helped. I'm also adjusting the way that I'm doing this by making each of the guilds have more cards and splitting it up. So right now I have basically aggro-esque strategies and non-aggro strategies. And I'm going to test this out of basically saying, okay, who wants to play slower? who wants to play faster, and we can, it basically, I get 2 cubes out of it. I haven't tested it yet. I don't know how well it's going to work, but that's the initial strategy behind doing it this way. This also allows me to be like, hey, what guilds do you like? Oh, I like playing Boros. All right, cool. Then I'll grab the Boros cards, and we'll make sure those get into the cube today. What do you like? Oh, I like Simic. All right, well, cool. Let me grab the Simic stuff, and we'll throw that in there, right? And well, that's Dimir, but you get the point, right? So I can adjust it accordingly on what players want to play, and allows me to have a little bit more flexibility and make the cube kind of feel new every time you play it, kind of thing. I'm really interested to see how the kind of split goes. Like I showed off Azorius here. Let's see, let's do another blue just to show you the difference, right? So here is going to be our Izzet. Now there are going to be common themes, right? Like the counter spells and things like that are going to be pretty normal, regardless of what color you're going to go. But this is going to be very different strategies for this blue than for Azorius, right? You can already see it's like, all right, we're getting Jumpstart. Jumpstart's awesome. And this one's kind of like pumping creatures, right? Something gets flying. Quicken's just such a good card. All right, again, it's very targeted stuff. Part of it is because we're doing this sort of weird strategy, if you will. All right, First Strike, Steamkins. Hey, cast a bunch of stuff, burn some people. I know this is more of a Rakdos card, but because of the strategy and it's very targeted, we've put this card in here, right? It kind of works well with this. I really like the Jumpstart stuff, and it feels very Izzet. That's why you'll see a lot of it in here. There are some old stuff, right? Because like some of the cards are just like so cool, right? Take an extra turn. If you win, awesome. If not, all right, well, then you basically spent 3 mana on nothing. It's very Izzet feeling. But again, we have some counter spells in here, but it's not like as many as before. These are basically in here to help protect the strategy of I'm going to pump 1 creature, right? My goal is to kill you with a Cyclops, essentially. I have both of them in here, so you can be able to kind of go that route and kill people off that way. And then as we kind of get it up a little bit higher into some other spells, you can see kind of this theme, right, that we're going to be going for is this 1 creature is just going to be killing you kind of thing. All right, Crackling Drake. It's all about 1 creature here. And then if it gets really long, we have to have Niv Mizzet in here, right? So that's kind of our basic stuff. But again, very different feel than what we were seeing before with Azorius. So, you know, whatever the cards are for the theme that you want is great. It's harder for this than like if I was doing more of a single colored cube. Right? If that was the case, then I would say, okay, well, blue is going to be all counter magic. Right? That's its goal, is to counter your spells and be annoying. But because I have to be more focused on essentially 10 colors, right? Blue, white, right? Red, blue, here's red, white, here's blue, black, right? It's you have to decide what they want to do. If I know that blue is going to be counter magic, if I have Azorius, well, if it's in the same potential pack as Dimir here, then I know that, well, all right, I could get a bunch of counter spells in my stuff. And that just kind of is one of the things, right? So like I could just top load blue stuff in here. Like these blue spells can go either way, right? They are available to do it. I've adjusted my cube since then, because before it was pretty much almost all these gold colored cards because they're just so good. But now it's like, all right, they need more solid colors in each of their guilds to support them, to let them be able to enable these power cards. We need these kind of single colored stuff that could go in anything, right? Even though it's got that watermark, even though you know it's got this feel to it that's like, oh, that's Dimir right there, right? But you could still run it. And having that ability to run it in either deck is going to be really important. And that's a thing too when you're building your cube, is that you want cards that are like, well, this is just a bomb card, right? Anybody that is running black in the cube is going to want this card. Even though it's Dimir, it is a black card that can fit into like anything. So again, just the mana fixing at the end. So I'll put up some links and some posts about what cards are in this cube, so people can kind of get an idea of what it is. I wanted to just show those 3 today, and we'll do some more showcasing of the other guilds and stuff like that. If you're really curious, let me know. Leave a comment down below about kind of how I've gone through this process, because this has been an ongoing thing. I've had this cube for years, and I've been tweaking and adjusting it accordingly. But thanks for tuning in and watching, guys, and I'll see you guys next game.
Hey everyone, NanMans here. I'm a StarCraft 2 and Magic the Gathering content maker and commentator. Thanks for tuning in and watching, guys. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and check the description for more information about other content that I'm doing. I've also got a new podcast, NanMans Nerd Corner, which you guys can find out on Spotify or iTunes. It's got a bunch of Magic content as well as other stuff. Thanks for tuning in and watching, and I'll see you guys next game.